Welcome to this lunchtime briefing. I don't know whether any of you have been here before or not. I do this generally every year around this time. So it's all about targeting your entries for the MEETA Asset Management Awards. And of course, the ESS put a lot of effort into sponsoring us as well along the year. This year is especially up for us in that we are 40 years going. So uh, the organization has been around a good while and it has developed and evolved as time has moved on. So just to make you aware, this event is being recorded. Submit any questions you would have through the Q&A function there, and we'll deal with them later on. I'll cover them at the end. And a copy of the slides will be available in PDF format for anyone that wants it afterwards. And the recording will be available on the Engineers Ireland website. So we'll a little bit about us. It's based in Engineers Ireland, as you're probably well aware. It's special interest scope for maintenance, reliability and asset management practitioners. We were established 40 years ago as an amalgamation of the National Maintenance Association and the Energy Management Association. And at that time, they were incorporating the technology and environmental protection. It was starting to become a topic on the ground at that time. So that's where the MEETA came from. It stands for Maintenance, Energy, Environment, Technology Association. Quite a mouthful if you had to be throwing it out in its full thing. So hence it evolved into MEETA. In the 1990s, MEETA then engaged with the Institution of Engineers of Ireland and became a society within that group. This relationship as part of the norm MEETA is well established within Engineers Ireland. In 2021, MEETA was added, MEETA name as it was MEETA on its own was adding a bit of confusion. So the name was changed to read MEETA Asset Management Society, which reflects the common thinking that we had. Our overall objective is, as a society with Engineers Ireland, is to promote asset management for maintenance practitioners, promote good knowledge, promote generate awareness of the benefits of asset management discipline for the individual and the organisation. We are governed by Engineers Ireland policies, procedures and the Code of Ethics, and we are totally committed to remaining independent from commercial and trade associations. While we do take in sponsorship, they have no influence on what happens to the organisation. We exist to advance the discipline of asset management, not only for people and organizations involved in the acquisition, the operation, and the care of physical assets, but also for the benefit of the general public. Maintaining assets well is important to the general public as well. Our main objective is to promote asset management, maintenance, reliability, best practice and knowledge, and to help drive real improvement in the Irish industrial sector in terms of maintenance. The National Committee comprises members from various sectors, and we try and fully represent all sectors within Ireland, and each and every one of them brings a unique perspective, which helps drive forward our overall thinking. On to the awards, we believe that the work of hard-working and skilled professionals out there in the field at whatever level you are should be fully recognised. So hence we're excited to announce the launch of the MEETA Asset Management Awards for 2024. And as I said, this year, we're especially proud to be announcing that we're 40 years in business. The awards are Ireland's leading award showcase for the maintenance and asset management sector. It covers 4 categories, and these awards recognise some really excellent innovation and high quality work being achieved by people out there working on the tools and in the field, driving it forward. Each category winner will receive a trophy and a certificate, and there are a number of certificates of excellence awarded as well at the same time within each category. The overall winner will receive the Sean Hennessy Memorial Trophy to retain for 1 year and a wall plaque which may be retained for life. The wall plaque is almost identical to the trophy. It's a replica of it, except it doesn't have the stand with the two arms on it, as you see there on the picture. So if we look at the award categories, Part A is the Industrial Award, and there's two categories within that. Part B is the Safety Skills and Awards category. Part C is the Environmental Award, and Part D are the Students' Awards. I'll go through each of them individually. There are 6 awards presented typically as follows. Best practice in innovation and maintenance management. How innovative are you in the way you're managing your maintenance? What are you doing that's a leading edge in terms of maintenance management? Best practice in technology and asset information management. How are you using technology? How are you using the maintenance information to help improve, drive down costs, give yourself a better maintenance perspective within your industry? Safety and maintenance and asset management. Safety is ever critical. It's important that everybody goes home from work in the way that they came to work. So safety is important. So there is a category there for safety. Working on it, we're really looking for somebody that's going above and beyond the norms of statutory requirements in terms of safety. Skills and workforce development for maintenance and asset management is what are you doing to help retain your skills, to help improve your skills, to help make people better at the jobs that they do. Best practice in environmental control. As applied to maintenance and asset management, there's a lot of environmental work going on there, but what are you doing in your maintenance function that's helping to improve the environmental situation? Excuse me. And then there's a student in the best student entry. So we maybe look a little bit closer at each of those. Firstly, the Sean Hennessy Memorial Trophy to be awarded to the project deemed by the judges to be the most impressive. This was commissioned specially to remember and honour Sean. Sean unfortunately died in a cycling accident a number of years ago. He was one of the founding members of MEETA. He was a former chairman. He was a huge influence in the negotiations that allowed MEETA to become a sector within Engineers Ireland. He served as a member of the board of directors on the European Federation for the National Maintenance Societies from 2009 to 2011. And the trophy is designed specifically to reflect Sean's thinking in the area of asset management. A close look at it will show that it has what he would often refer to as the salmon of knowledge. Because he had a broad skill base, there's some electronic circuit there. There's also an impression of digital calipers in there as well. So it is meant to reflect maintenance and Sean's thinking, and it is quite a nice trophy to win. As we move on to the awards, best practice in innovation, the products or frameworks that demonstrate new techniques or innovative processes to asset management. Best practice at any or all of its life cycle stages. So what are you doing that's driving your innovation forward? It may be something simple, it may be something extremely complex, but is it a better, different way of doing work? Best practice in technology. Projects demonstrating best practice and originality in the use of how we use data and thinking, how you manage it, how you use it to further improve your business. Online available software programs don't form part of this. It's how you're doing something yourself. Safety and maintenance and asset management. I say safety is important. It's important that everybody goes home as well as they can to work. This recognises exceptional commitment to health and safety by a company or the organisation. Must provide evidence of an initiative or approach that goes beyond statutory requirements. Every company is faced with statutory requirements as outlined by the HSE or the HSA, I should say. So you need to be going a little bit better on that. How you do it might be a new innovative way of tagging things out, might be a new innovative way of managing safety within your plant. And there are certainly have been a number of items highlighted well over the years. Now there is room and scope there to be doing it. Skills and workforce. Skills gap is growing at a fast rate at the moment, and it if it's not managed, it can probably threaten the viability of some businesses. And this awards seeks to seek out people who are putting forward innovative training packages, how they're training their people, how they're managing their people, how they're working at retaining those skills within the plant, and especially interested there what other sectors can learn from for the benefit of it all. Environmental control is at the top of the scale as well, and what we're looking for here is environmental management within maintenance as to what you're doing. This may be a bit above and beyond the norm. It's not about saying right you dispose of your waste oil safely as an example, but it might be that you're managing to make money out of disposing of your waste oil, or you find another innovative way of using that waste oil while still staying in environmental compliance. Again, there's good room and scope there for a lot of projects. Students have a big part to play as they come on they are the future of maintenance in a lot of factories. So what we look at is projects by full-time students or part-time students which demonstrate in the particular initiative, creativity and problem solving. The award is typically for final year projects that demonstrate outstanding delivery of a unique asset management idea. Shane Guerin there on the picture was a graduate of Technology Level 8 Mechanical Engineering in Cork in 2019. The awards provide an outstanding opportunity to recognise excellence, whether you're a student or maintenance practitioner on the floor. They recognise outstanding contribution achievements of both individuals, teams and organisations in the profession of asset management. It's an opportunity for maintenance professionals to showcase use of best practice in systems and processes. I've worked in maintenance for several years myself, and it's often hard to give maintenance a bit of profile within a company. Operations seem to always have they've something new coming up, or they've sold something, or they've done something different. Maintenance is always battling to get the profile up top. These awards are a huge opportunity to do that. It's a chance to show what your organization can do in an asset management and celebrate the successes of individuals or teams or companies. What's eligible? Any asset management or maintenance related projects involving the application of technical or business process improvement to increase the effectiveness or efficiency of asset care. The more innovative you are and the better it can look, the more applicable it will be. Any project that improves the working environment for people or workplace in terms of either diversity or health and safety. Again, I mentioned beyond statutory requirements. Any project that goes above and beyond normal practice and continued commitment to sustainability and environmental improvement over a period of time. Projects must have a real maintenance team through them. So if you're a mile away from maintenance and what you're doing, it doesn't fit. But a lot of projects, if you look closely at them, have a big maintenance element in them. Candidates can submit the application before deadline entry form on the Engineers Ireland website, and I'll talk about the entry process in a moment. How is it done? Preliminary vetting by the MEETA Asset Management Evaluation Team of all entries, and then there's a shortlist selected. The shortlisted entrants deliver a 10-minute presentation on the project, followed by a 15-minute in-depth review by the judging panel. Presentations may be delivered online or in person at Engineers Ireland Clyde Road. All submissions must be made online, by email in all cases, and the details are on the entry form. Note that the judges are looking for concise written submissions, and your entry should cover as many of the listed criteria as possible. And there's some good detail there. I'll talk about it in a moment. After all the submissions have been received, the entries will be sent for the first round of review. Entries are carefully scrutinised, and the best go forward to the shortlisted category. The shortlisted finalists will be notified and assigned a presentation time. The judges will score each of the entries against the permitted predetermined set criteria. Scores are collected and collated following the presentation, and these will determine the winning entries. Shortlisted entries will be invited to the award ceremony, where the winners will be announced. When you're done your entry, target each of the headings under the evaluation criteria and make note of the word count. And there is a word count there, which I will detail in a moment. The real purpose of the word count is we don't want to be getting submissions that are 20 or 25 pages long. All of the judges are volunteers, they all have full-time jobs as well, so they only have so much time to be reading what you sent in. There is a little bit of flexibility. However, your entry should not exceed 2,000 words in total. Entry should be typed, A4 paper, ideally a Royal 12 font, double space. Avoid using pictures on the submission, and do not provide backup documentation with the submission. There just isn't time to be going through the backup present documentation. Some of the criteria: concept, provide a brief outline of the initiative, how it originated, and the main objective that was driving it. Delivery, explain the key players in delivering the initiative and how they work together to deliver its success, targeting about 150 words for each of the two of them. This is where you can really sell yourself. Innovation or originality. Explain the innovation. How does it go beyond what's normally happening every day? What makes it stand out? How does it utilize any management tools? What are the techniques? If it's safety or environmental, how does it go beyond the statutory requirements? About 500 words. What's the potential for adopting the initiative across other industries? About your 200 words. Has the project contributed to improve maintenance knowledge of the organisation? Again, about 200 words. What way has it fitted into the organisation? What improvements has it made? The overall strategy effect it has had within the business? Again, about 200 words on that. Need to look at risk. Every change that we make in the industry involves risk. So, how was the risk evaluated? What were the risks associated with it? How were they managed? What steps were taken to mitigate them? Implementation. What measurable benefits have been seen, have been achieved, or been expected? Include some financial data. Nobody has to put in highly confidential information, but it is possible to give a good outline of what the benefits have been, whether they're HSE, environmental, finance, people, whatever we may be covering. How well has it integrated into the business? Is it deeply embedded in there? Or is it part of what's going to be happening for the next 10 years? Or was it just a project that got done, got finished, and got forgotten about? It's free to enter the MEETA Asset Management Awards. Anybody can enter, there is no charge. When complete no entry, always consider the following. All activities cited in support of your entries must have been ongoing in the last 24 months prior to the closing date. Ensure your submission fits with your overall work count. Read the criteria and make sure you cover each area as best you can. The judges use that criteria as a basis for their scores, so make sure you touch on each criteria point. Ensure you target the area you have entered for. And I don't say that lightly. I have seen people make submissions that, while they have picked a particular area of the target, they haven't really hit the target on what they have written. Put yourself in the judge's shoes. Think what will make an impression. What makes you stand out? What makes you special? Good layout pays divisions and make the submission easy to understand. You're not judged on how pretty it looks, but if a submission is laid out well, it's easier to distill the information and get the good points out of it. First, don't be modest. Don't be saying, well, we probably did this. We made this improvement with what we did. Stand out. Don't be afraid of it. You only have a short number of words to say it, so you have no time to build it up. Don't ramble. Get to the point. Every word has to count. And be proud of what you've achieved. If you have done a project and you've done a good job, it is something to be proud of. Enter the right category. And I suppose everybody out there is saying, I suppose we entered the right category. But some companies, some individuals seem to enter certain categories and then ignore the one that would stand out with maybe a better chance of winning. People often enter what might be a maintenance category in terms of maintenance technology when they would be better off on the maintenance innovation side. So look very closely at what you're entering for and make sure you're targeting that. Ensure you're right about the category topic that you plan to enter. And believe it or not, this happens. Some people, they enter a particular category and they talk about it, but as they begin to write after the first couple of sentences, they drift away towards something else entirely. And that they might start talking about innovation and technology. And after a while, they're talking about the environmental benefits that were coming out of it. Stick to the category of enter for, make sure, read it, ask somebody else to read it. Because it helps if if the entry drifts away as it goes down, it can often mean something doesn't get shortlisted when it should. When you get to the presentation, ensure you speak about the project you've entered. Keep targeted on what you have entered. First, again, don't be modest. As I said, your opening words are crucial. You only have 10 minutes, so make every word count. Get to the point. What are you trying to sell? What are you trying to impress the judges with? Be proud of what you've achieved. Be very proud of what you've achieved. And anybody entering in any category there has every reason to be proud. Keep the time, especially if you're using multiple presenters. Keeping the time is crucial. I'm normally chairing the judging panel. If you're not staying on time, a couple of things are going to happen. One, I'll just cut you off, which will mean you won't manage to make your full presentation. Two, middle of it run on, it means there's less time for questions, so the judges will get less information and you may wind up with a lower mark. The other thing is, if we let you ramble on, then that puts every other presentation back and it puts all those people under pressure as well. They've showed up in a particular time for it. The biggest risk always is where there are multiple presenters, maybe in different locations presenting online. If there's going to be 2 or 3 presenters, make sure you have a time slot for each one of them as to when they're going to get in. Otherwise, you may not wind up getting your whole point across. Keep the slides simple and to the point. It's better to be using 2 slides to get something across than trying to put 25 points on one slide. Good presentation skills help because the information is trying to come across to 3 individuals that are trying to assess it that have nothing to work on, only your written submission. Confidentiality always comes up in a big way. And we recognize that there's some of the information you will be presenting will be sensitive. The submissions are not disclosed outside of the judging process. We do not publish names of companies, organizations, or individuals that have not been shortlisted. So if you do submit and you don't get shortlisted, it's not published that you didn't get shortlisted. Winners, company names, and brief detail of the project are published at the award ceremony and during the award promotion process. So always be aware of that. Photographs of the winners and their company names are used for promotion following the awards, and they will be publicized. We do not provide contact names or phone numbers to anyone outside of the judging process. Anyone that comes looking for who entered for what doesn't get told anything whatsoever. The only people that know them are the judging panel. Um, but the awards process is there on the night. There are several people invited. So anybody that's there on the night will know that your company won an award and they'll know what the award is for and they will know your name. So bear that in mind. If you don't want to be there, then you need to either consider not entering or look at how you're going to manage it. Quick word on students. Several students have come through over the years. I'm just going to flick through these here. So several students have come through. The one thing I would say is from what I've seen, most of the students that have gone through have done very, very well in their careers and development. That doesn't say the people who don't enter the MEETA Awards don't do well, but it certainly seems to be a trend that's running. So the people who have won on the MEETA Awards have done very well, and some of them have gone on to start up their own business and things like that. In general, benefits out of entering out, it raises your profile within the company, whether you're a student or whether you're a maintenance technician or whether you're a maintenance practitioner within the company. It if you get shortlisted, it certainly raises your profile. It raises the profile of maintenance right across the company as well. It's a great team building exercise. A lot of people have to pull together to get it over. It's a great development opportunity for anybody. You have the presentation, has to be short and concise, question and answer session to get your point across. And again, that's very short, so you have to be getting the detail out quickly. It's a good entry on anybody's CV, I think, to be able to say that they were even shortlisted. If you're a winner, it's even better. It's an opportunity to meet others in the business and like-minded peers. No, it's a good marketing and PR opportunity for the company and to highlight how well they're doing maintenance. All winners are featured on the Engineers Ireland website. Many student winners have gone on to develop good careers, I say, and that's not just the only reason students go on to develop good careers, but we certainly seem to have a good track record of people who won have done very well. Awards are presented in front of many potential employers, so might be of a benefit to some people. And we would hope students could come back in future and compete in the maintenance awards. What is required? Uh, submit your short from a student point of view. Submit a short synopsis of the project. The abstract from the report is generally adequate. Prepare your 10-minute presentation. One slide on cost benefit, even if it's only theoretical from the student side, be available for the presentation, usually at the end of October. It will be either the 24th or 25th of October this year. Closing date is close of business on October the 21st, 2024. It's a Monday, so it gives you the weekend beforehand to finish it up. And there won't be any extension of the deadline. Judging starts on the 24th, so we can't afford anything. So we're running it, giving you the maximum amount of time to get it in. If you're not in by 5 o'clock on that Monday evening, then that's it, it's closed. I would say I hope many people enter and we good luck with the best of luck. And we would look forward to seeing you. I suppose to anybody that's in line, don't forget our conference is on November the 28th. It will be held in Clyde Road, and the awards evening will be held that evening in the Clayton Hotel. Last slide, a few pictures from the award ceremony last year. That lady won the overall award. So look forward to seeing her progress in her career in the future. And many others. I think there was 20 awards, 20 people recognized on the night between certificates and award winners.